Hello and welcome. I am Whalebert, the greatest player of MSF ever, because whenever I run into a problem, I throw money at it. That's right, that's why they call me Whalebert, and I'm here to give you an update on my account, the new account I made not too long ago that Dogbert was grateful enough to give to me, Whalebert, mainly because I gave him money. But anyway, let's go and see how Whalebert is doing. Well, Whalebert is number one, of course, in the arena. Although there is an occasional player who can knock me down, and then I just knock their ass right back down and take number one again, since they seem to have a problem with my defense. And they can't do it consistently, beating the Speed Turnals along with Weaver and 99. But we do have a disturbing trend in the arena. One that shows us just how great the Time Heist is doing, actually. If you notice here, you're going to see a lot of purple here. With the exception of this person at number 11, even though they have blue, the entire top 20 is Time Heist accounts. Even outside of that, we have other accounts. You can see anybody with these purples are pretty much Time Heist accounts. And there's actually, people that don't have the purple stuff, the purple border, that is a Time Heist account as well. As we can see, there's quite a few Time Heist accounts. I counted over 25 at least, just the ones I could quickly make out in the top 100. And that's kind of disturbing that much has been spent to get accounts on this level. This little bit old is spending over $300. Maybe they're spending just under $300. Maybe they got to a certain level. But either way, they are spending quite a bit of money to catch up like this, but because they don't have Weaver in 2099, they might not do as well as they'd like. So that's something to think about. If you're going to make a Time Heist account, you might be wanting to buy Weaver in 99 on top of the money you are already spending on this account. So that's one thing to think about. As far as the roster, oops, almost forgot to promote Hoodie there. I do have Hoodie unlocked. I'm going to work on him eventually. I do have the full Rebirth. Ignore Weaver for a minute. You'll see I do have full Rebirth now, unlocked and leveled up, except for U.S. Agent, the third of the team. I have also taken Captain America to G15. We'll talk about that in a minute, because some site news over Dark Dimension. I got my 2099 Gear 13. Weaver's up at 14. Working on bringing up Shang-Chi, eventually for City DD3. The problem with Shang-Chi, Spider-Weaver, Peggy Carter, and even 2099, they all use the same unique. Yeah, it's very inefficient to do this, but I am doing it. Purple uniques still remain a huge problem for me to get those. Not having very good luck with that. Don't want to spend money on that, but I am Whalebert, so spending money on it would make sense. Emma, very slow farm. Doesn't drop very often. I got 2 today. How about that? That would be a game changer in arena as well. The person who gets Emma first and knows what to do with her would be quite hard to beat. And you can see here I have 4 other characters at Gear 15. I think you know where this is going. I did take Gamora up, Kestrel up, and of course the Eternals as well. Poor OG Hulk got knocked off my DD3 team. Not much else has changed. I did a couple upgrades to the Wakandas. And with the announcement that Red Hulk's War Scourge is coming back, it means I will be unlocking Red Hulk come this week. So that is quite nice. I'm doing okay in the Brothers in Arms. I didn't have training orbs like I did with the... I recruited Bucky. How about that? Totally useless character. Anyway, recruiting Bucky now. Like the last event where I could open gold orbs, and I had a ton of gold orbs. I don't have a ton of training orbs. That's another pain point, because I was trying to upgrade so many characters at once that I just ran out of training materials. Just trying to get anything I can. Events are pretty difficult for me, unless it happens to be something I actually have already built. I just take what I can get and move on. As far as raids go, well, I have a raid team, in Rebirth. Unfortunately, we're running Doom 2, but I don't have the blue ISO to put on all of Rebirth because I don't have all the green ISO to put on Rebirth is really the problem. I do find an alpha raid because I can just do a global lane with Rebirth. I can even just hit sim, even at this level, which makes it quite nice for me. Alliance War, not too much to talk about there. As far as Dark Dimensions, yes. I'm still on my first run of Dark Dimension 3, and I've already started my run of Dark Dimension 4. And I actually completed the first 2 nodes yesterday. I just started this yesterday. You can see my team is Captain America, Gamora, the Eternals, and Kestrel. They took care of Node 1 fine. In Node 2, pretty much Kestrel, Captain America, and Gamora all died within the first wave. But the Eternals being so powerful, they just took out the rest of the node. I haven't tried Node 3 yet. I'm not really in a rush to work on Dark Dimension 4 because I am nowhere close to having the teams I need for the rest of Dark Dimension 4, especially when it comes to Legendary. As far as Dark Dimension 3, I have made tremendous progress as far as I'm concerned. I am on Node 8. I'm in the I'm in the last wave now of Node 8. So not much is remaining. It's just more or less breaking that up a little bit more. I did take out the Shield Trooper on that last node. As you can see, I'm up to 8 attacks. It will be going up to 9 attacks. And this is pretty much the team I'm using now. Peggy Carter, Captain America, Agent Venom, Winter Soldier, and Spider Weaver. They've been doing some good work. I do throw a SAC team in every once in a while. And you can see the history of my attacks. You know, I had some really good days. I had some really bad days. I'll get through this eventually. Once I'm through this, I should clear Cosmic. And then I have a problem with City. Because here's my City characters. I don't have any at 14 even. So again, this is where Uniques and Purple Gear is still a problem. Just getting characters built up for City eventually. Who am I going to take? I don't know. Doc Ock could even make an appearance there just because I do need to build up some legendaries as well. Of course, with Red Hulk coming out, he'll become my main focus. Doc Ock being a choice for City, and then eventually for another for the legendaries. He is quite good at that stuff. It's just that he doesn't have much use outside of that. And as far as Caustic Crucible, I went 3-0 again last week. After a pathetic week, essentially my defense is pretty much throw leftover crap. I have a couple of different, I have 3 difficult roams. This is difficult with the resurrection protocols. Essentially putting the 2 tanks here just to keep them going. This is pretty much unbeatable at this level. We just don't have the power to get through it. Even if you kept this team on offense, the fact that you're getting revives here, you can't really last long enough. And people have big problems with the Wakandans because, once again, we don't have the counters to the Wakandans. People at my level don't have Masters of Evil. They don't have Darkhold. So even the small Wakandans is a huge problem for them. And it pretty much doesn't get cleared, to be honest with you. So even if I came up against another Time Heist account, it'd pretty much be, unless they have built Wakandans, I'm saying to be the only one who's done that. It comes down to we don't clear our room 5s, and whoever clears out the rest of the rooms, they can't even do that because a lot of them go too heavy on defense. Coming into this week, I expect to go 3-0 again because I am number 1 in this. I actually got promoted to Bronze 3, I think it is. And the next highest contender in my entire bracket is 1.426 million. Whereas I'm sitting at 5.7 million. With a Time Heist account. Yeah, these guys don't stand a chance against me right now. And that's the way things have gone. This is why you buy the Time Heist account, because you want to be able to do these things. I am in the Bronze 3 league right now. Of course, I moved up from Bronze 1 very quickly. Bronze 2, it's been a couple weeks in. Now I'm in Bronze 3. You can see I'm getting a little bit more credits. Eventually I'll get the Silver 1, hopefully. We'll have to see how that goes. So that's pretty much where we are at with the Whalebert account now. you can get an idea just how I'm progressing, what I'm looking at. I have to look at those DD3 teams. I'm desperate need of city. Time Heist account, you don't get too many villains. That's another problem. I can't really get through the villains. Can't paint a new hard companions too easily. Need to build up more villains. Red Hulk will come back, so next week you should see Red Hulk being built. Obviously, I want to get him up as quick as possible. And eventually he'll be a legendary for DD4 once we get to that point. But I really need to build those DD3 teams. I need to build Hoodie. I need to build Dildo. I need to build Squirrel Girl. I need to build like a Shang-Chi 2099. Unfortunately, all using that same unique is going to be very, very painful for me. But in the long run, it will pay off since they're incredibly good characters. And we'll eventually go to DD5 as well. And who knows what after that. So until next time, everybody.